Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Jack Rigo Productions. I'm looking like I'm getting my class picture done. See the nice, exciting wall behind me? I just got. Well, like one of my friends, we go. That's a private joke. Anyways, last week I was a train wreck with a 5-8 record. No, 2 weeks ago. Last week was 7-7, and so far I lost the first Thursday night game because Carolina Panthers suck. Basically, the way they blew a 23-3 lead for covering, -3.5. All right, let's pick a few games because yesterday I tried to do this at a football field and I went and choked. And I was like, I said Dallas Cowboys are favored by. Well, guess what? I get the sheet this week today. We'll go in that game. The Dallas Cowboys are favored by 7.5 over the Baltimore Ravens in Big D. I really fully expect the Cowboys to continue on that their torrid pace they've been. They've won 8 games in a row. They're playing outstanding. Dak Prescott has done a very good job as a rookie. Zeke Elliott is the best running back in football, and he was awesome against Pittsburgh last week. He just shred them big time. The Ravens have had a decent season. They're 5-4. They've been a little up and down, but they've had some talent there with Joe Flacco. Dennis Pitt is back, who I've always liked as a tight end. But I think the Cowboys at home will be too much for them. Besides Elliott, you still have Dez Bryant. You've got Cole Beasley, all these wide receivers. Jason Witten, who's had an outstanding season. He's helped Dak out big time. I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win 30-20. All right, next game involves my good friends too. Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 7.5 at Cleveland. I just saw a stat recently on game day that the Steelers have lost the last 4 games to the Browns. So I'm kind of surprised by that, but it's possible. Divisional games are always difficult, always. People don't think it's a cupcake, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the Steelers are a much better team than Cleveland is, but given 7.5, I don't know. I like home underdogs. I've had good success over the years with taking them. I'm going to take them again in this one. I obviously still think Pittsburgh's going to win the game, but I think Cleveland's going to keep it close. I think it's going to be 27-23. It's just a division rival. You play each other twice a year. I know the Browns are 0 whatever, but they're going to win a game. I know they are. It's hard to go 0-16. You know the teams that went 0 for the 2008 Lions were 0-16, and the 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneers were 0-14. Very, very difficult to do. Roethlisberger will put his points up. Antonio Brown will be involved. Le'Veon Bell. Cleveland has the kid that used to play quarterback for the Raiders, Pryor. He's done an outstanding job this year as a wideout for them. I'm very impressed with him to convert. Let's see, next game. Let's pick another one I didn't pick. Oh, Los Angeles was favored by 0.5 over Miami. That was the one I was going. Los Angeles Rams. So this is what I'm picking. I think the Rams suck, personally. I'm not a fan of theirs. I think Jeff Fisher's a terrible coach. He hasn't done a good job. He's missed a 7-9 in Los Angeles or in St. Louis. Miami's been playing much better with running back Ajay. Tannehill's done a good job. Landry's a very good wide receiver who's got some speed. Case Keenum's not playing. He got benched for Jared Goff. Who knows if that's going to be better? First NFL start. I'd rather have him given a chance than using Case Keenum, who's terrible to me. All right, next. Oh, here's another one I talked about. It's very interesting. The Redskins are favored by 2.5 over the Packers tonight's game. Well, what's wrong with Green Bay? Rodgers looks terrible. He's forcing the ball. The Green Bay defense is really bad. The Colts ran all over him. Last week, Tennessee ran all over him. Washington's decent. They're 5-3-1. I never expected that. Kirk Cousins has had a good season. They beat Minnesota last week when they were losing. They made a nice comeback. I give them a lot of credit. Steve Smith. Not Steve Smith. Sorry, I always mix them up. Deshaun Jackson's done a good job for the Redskins. And they have Pierre Garçon as well, somebody I've always liked when he was with the Colts. Green Bay, Reggie Nelson, and I don't know. There's another young kid they have. I always forget. I'm sorry. I only remember the stars. There's too many teams, basically. If I had the stats in front of me, I could tell you, and I remember how they played. He's a young kid. I think it's Hopkins. I could be wrong. That guy might be on the Texans. But whoever they have, he's a decent wideout. Their running backs have all gotten hurt. They got Dwayne Stocks back for his 45th try for the Packers. I think Green Bay, I remember Rodgers saying RELAX last season, the year before. I think it's going to happen again, and they get back to 500. Green Bay's better than Washington, in my opinion. Watch them get smoked tonight, but I'm going to take the Redskins to lose. See, I can't even say it. I'm probably wrong. Green Bay, 24, Redskins, 17. think that Rodgers will get it done. He's too good a quarterback, in my opinion. Let's pick another one. All right, let's see. Oh, Arizona is a pick'em at Minnesota. Minnesota's been horrible the last couple weeks. Sam Bradford has played poorly. He's gotten sacked. They've turned the ball over. One game against Detroit, they had a chance to win it, and Stafford completed like a 30-yard pass at the end of the game, spiked it, and Prater, who played for the Broncos, who I like, kicked a 58-yard field goal to tie it, and then they won it in overtime, and they deserve to. Detroit played well in that game. Bradford's just been inconsistent, even though they have some decent weapons with Kyle Rudolph as a tight end and Patterson as a wide receiver. Arizona's getting a little bit better. I still don't think they're the greatest. They're 4-4-1, but if Palmer's healthy, they have Fitzgerald, who we know is an awesome wide receiver, should be a Hall of Famer someday. Great running back in David Johnson. And the other one that Matthew always says, John Brown, who's the senator from Washington, senator from Arizona. That's what he sounds like with that name, John Brown. They have talent. Defensively, they're okay. And I don't know really about Minnesota right now. I don't care if it's at home. New stadium, so it's not really a home field advantage. I'll say Arizona 27, Minnesota 20. And we'll go for one more. Oh, another one that I puked about too. Cincinnati's favored by 3.5 points over Buffalo at home. Cincinnati's so inconsistent. They choked on Monday night. A game they should have won, but they didn't. They blew it at the end to the Giants. They covered the spread though, which I didn't like because I had the other team. But anyways, Buffalo's 4-5. They're still technically in the wild card hunt. They can run the ball very well. They have Sammy Watkins, good receiver.
Watkins is out for the year.
Oh, sorry. Matthew told me Watkins is out for the year. I don't remember who they had then at receivers. I'm dumb.
Woods.
Okay, Woods. Ickey Woods' brother. I'm old, sorry. Robert Woods. Okay, thanks, Matthew. You should come closer and I can get info from you. Anyways, they do run the ball very well with LeSean McCoy. The defense is pretty decent. And Cincinnati, I just think, is a choke team. They really are. Andy Dalton does not look good this year. The receivers that they lost in the offseason, Sanu and Marvin Jones, good receiver as well, they have not replaced them. They have Brandon LaFell, who used to play for the Patriots, who's okay, but he can't replace two receivers. I just think Buffalo's going to win this game and get back to 500. Buffalo 21, Cincinnati 17. All right, well, thank you for watching this another edition of Jack Regal Productions Bad Picks. I hope you liked it. I hope you were entertained. I will see you all later on. Enjoy your picks today. Broncos old jersey, as you can tell. I know they're not playing, but I still love the Broncos every week. Take care.